Hi, Gemini. Welcome to my channel. I am Saturn. I am a tarot reader with over 15 years of experience. And today we are going to get into the energy for Gemini. All y'all, Gemini risings, strong Gemini placements, Gemini suns, you cuties. And it's kind of perfect because I was just thinking how, of course, I need to do my YouTube channel because I love to yap. And if I don't incorporate yapping into my whole business that I do, the whole thing that I do, what am I doing? Okay? So we have the King of Cups in reverse here. And I'm kind of getting that there is someone in your life who is a little withholding of their emotions from you right now. They're a little reserved. I also have the Page of Cups upright. So I think this is a learning period for you and this person, Gemini. I think that you are working on trusting your intuition and also trusting the process and having a bit of faith in this. And there's a little bit of naivety here too. I think that, if this could be you, but I really feel like it's another person, the King of Cups here. I think the Page of Cups is what's representative of you, but the King of Cups is very much, he's processing his stuff right now, okay? And that King Cups energy is still there. It's just kind of like, it's flipped up, and it's also coming out in different ways than you're used to. You're seeing kind of like different sides of this person. And I have Knight of Cups in reverse too. So we have a lot of emotions going on for you. A lot of players on the field coming up in this spread, in this reading, and in this realm for you right now. There's just like a lot of people going on. And this could be that this person is processing their feelings about someone else. And you could just be kind of like waiting and processing. I also kind of see the Knight of Cups as the approach that you're taking with this Page of Cups. You're like, I'm not going to go into this emotional journey right now. I'm not going to force anything right now. I'm kind of like holding my horses over here, right? I'm just gonna look at myself and what I'm feeling and trust that things will turn upright in good time. At least I hope. That's the direction I think we're going in here. I'm going to pull another one from the top. Oh yeah, we have 10 of Pentacles. So I definitely believe this is a family matter. So this could be a live-in partner of yours. This could be a father. Maybe not necessarily your father. It could be your father. It could be the father of your children. It could be even like a woman or a non-binary person who embodies this more King of Cups energy. Because the gender, it's just vibes. Gender is just vibes. Okay. But the 10 of Pentacles, I'm also seeing like y'all have this responsibility of providing for your family here. And there is a lot of grief wrapped up in this reading as well with these cups in reverse. And then also just with this 10 of Pentacles, like a lot of grief goes into having a family, and we don't really talk about that because it's supposed to be like, oh, you get married, you have children, you have this white picket fence dream, you have the dog, it's great, everything is beautiful. We don't really talk about how in choosing one life, we are giving up other lives. And it doesn't really matter how beautiful, how wonderful the life that we choose is, we still go through a mourning process of our old life. I've been thinking of this card a lot lately, but I'm thinking of the Three of Swords, right? The Three of Swords traditionally is a marriage card, and in modern times, it is representative as like, oh, it's like a breakup card, but traditionally it represents contracts being drawn with the Three Swords. We have two people signing a contract and the third person designated as like the officiant, but like the person who is like notarizing the contract or whatever. You got three people, two people and a witness, okay? And when we do this, when we enter into a marriage and devote our lives to someone, we are effectively giving up our life as a single person. And we don't really talk about how like that's like also a mourning, like we do have our parties celebrating the bachelor parties, bachelorette parties. I don't know what the gender neutral of that would be. We have those parties, and that is supposed to be kind of like a celebratory time for acknowledging that transition for the individual. But like it still stays with us, like all of our past lives that we have, and I'm talking about like our past lives that we have in this one life. So all of our past lives that we have had that lead us up to this moment, they are with us still. We still carry them with us. And I don't know why I got this. Okay, so we got the Chariot here, which is that's nice. That's nice, There's definitely still, there's still a solid sense of direction here. There's still a sense of, staying on the road, right? Staying on the path that you feel like you're meant to be on right now, and that's really beautiful. And I did kind of go off on the coupled side of things because that's more of what I was getting, but it doesn't have to be like a couple ship. It doesn't have to be a relationship, for those of you who are single. This could just be the energies that are happening. These could be just the people in your lives are kind of being more reserved than usual. Maybe you're experiencing a little bit of isolation, but I really love the Chariot here because it's like saying, hey, you're still on the right path. You're still holding the balance. You are still acting in faith right now. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay. That's beautiful. I love it. I love it. It's also ruled by Cancer. So it's very home oriented is also how I think of it. I think of the Chariot as you're on your way home. And I was just thinking of a baseball metaphor for some reason. I don't usually think of it that way, but it's a home run. Hell yeah, it's a home run. Okay. So you are focused, especially with the Ten of Pentacles and the Chariot. It's very much a focus on the home, maintaining the equilibrium in the home, maintaining the balance in the home. You still have a really good, solid commitment here and a good, solid team here for you. And you have help in the form of your spiritual team, your ancestors, living and past, and also you're kind of in it for your future ancestors too. There's a lot of ancestry going on, and I think that you are being reminded to live your life as a living ancestor, as the living ancestor that you are now, because we never know what's going to happen. There could have been a death recently of someone, and that could be causing this emotional withdrawal and going inward here. And that would make sense as to why there is this also doubling down of the commitment and the family and like what you are drawn toward doing, toward focusing on, like what is important to you. You know, that's what the Chariot is about too. It's like what are you looking on? What do you have your sights on? I'm also feeling called to remind you that like whatever you focus on, whatever you put your focus on is what is going to multiply here. Especially with the Page of Cups, because the Page of Cups is like a really strong, intuitive message. You could be having dreams that are giving you messages, that are giving you signs. Okay, that's interesting. I was gonna shuffle, but I open it up and we have the Lovers and the Devil here. Okay, so I'm gonna pull these out. Just being aware of the potential for victimizing yourself while you're grieving, or if you have like these intuitions, or even like while someone else in your life or multiple people in your life are more distant. Just a reminder not to victimize yourself, you know, because that's what the Devil is kind of about. It's like a reminder of your autonomy, actually. Like you do get to make the choices in your life. And then the Lovers is very much like harmonious union, of course, but it's also about forging your own path. And yes, usually that is like with another person, but it's also just about, it's about you, right? It's like, this is the path that I am taking, and like I'm gonna make it new. And wouldn't that also make sense if you had someone pass away? And then we have the Fool in reverse. So all the major arcana are coming out for you right now. And that's definitely like, yeah, maybe you don't really feel like you know what you're doing. Maybe you're acting a fool a little bit. Maybe you're wanting a little bit of distraction with the Devil and the Fool in reverse here. And that's okay. It's okay to want a little bit of a distraction. Just, you know, a reminder that you are the creator of your own reality. You do get to decide. We have the Nine of Pentacles here, right? Okay, you do get to decide like where your focus is, and you do have abundance that is available to you with the Nine of Pentacles. I would even say that the Nine of Pentacles coming out as the first minor arcana card after the Ten of Pentacles is not to say that you're going backwards, but it's like to remind you where you came from and remind you that you are autonomous in your decision making, right? Like, yes, you signed this contract, whether that's a soul contract or like a contract with these people who are withdrawing, or your partner, or the house that you're in. You get to remind yourself like why you made those decisions and how you came to those decisions, and also how you came to have the clarity and also like the fortitude and the autonomy internally, and like having that expressed, right? The Nine of Pentacles is also really slow. Really slow. And we have a bird on her head too, which to me speaks about more messages and people coming in, like people, your ancestors, people who have passed on to the next realm, coming in as little symbols, because often they do come as birds. And the carrots too, I'm like, remember your roots, right? Which is what I've been talking about with this Nine of Pentacles. It's like, remember your roots, remember where you're coming from, and don't be afraid to make mistakes with the Fool in reverse, because this is a time of growth for you. This is a time of learning for you. And I think you might feel really scared and lonely, but remember that you do have people to lean on. You are in alignment with yourself right now. And making mistakes is just a part of the process. It's just a part of the process. And the devil, the devil's just part of the process too. The devil's in the details, right? So what are you doing for yourself on the daily? I just was posting about this on Threads today. You are the altar. What are you doing to show your devotion, right? Are you brushing your teeth every day? Give yourself credit for that. Are you wearing clothes that you enjoy, that make you feel good, that are comfortable? Give yourself credit for that, okay? Are you going on walks? Are you doing the little things that show to you that, like, the external things that indicate internally to you that you care about yourself, that you are loved, that you love yourself, you're making the right decisions, right? I think you are. And it's okay if you need to wallow a little bit for a while. We all need to do that sometimes. But you're still feeding yourself. You're still feeding your kids or your pets or whatever it is. You're helping out your friends. You are doing the things that you need to do to feel like you are in alignment, that you are on the right path, right? And you are on the right path, Gemini. You are on the right path. So take heart. Okay. And be careful of what you say. Be careful of how you're using your words. Be careful of gossip. And be discerning of who you share your intuitive hits with. Be discerning of who you share your dreams with. I think you are already. And I think I'm getting a lot of loneliness. I'm feeling like you are feeling a little bit lonely and isolated because you are getting these intuitive downloads, and the people who are close to you, who you usually share these things with, are kind of on their own journey and aren't responding in the ways that they usually respond. But again, take heart, because it will come together. They will come for you, is what I was going to say. They will show up for you. They will come show up for you. And it might feel like you're kind of fumbling along in the dark sometimes, but I think that this Nine of Pentacles is really like a centering. It's really a centering card for you, where it's like, just remember where you came from. Remember that you built this. Okay, you did that. Remember how you showed up and what you did for yourself, where you come from. Because ain't no way that hella people are your good, like people who you're relying on. There's no way that you have to rely on them all the time forever. That's not equitable. It's not whatever, it doesn't make sense. And then we have with the Chariot and the Devil, I'm also realizing we have the and the Lovers. That's your card, Gemini. So with the Chariot and the Devil, we have Cancer and Capricorn on the board here. So there's a lot of balance coming in for you. Okay, and I like that. I like it. I hope this was helpful. I will be doing a class, like a live class on the Fool's Journey on the 23rd is my plan. We'll see. I was going to do like a private class, but I think I'm just going to do it live on YouTube. We'll see. I'm figuring things out. And I am available for personal readings. My website, which I just launched, is called daddysaturn.com. You can book a reading with me there, or you can book a consultation, which includes a little mini reading. And everything's gonna be okay. I just cut it in half, but I had the Ten of Cups right here. Okay, there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of hope here. There's a lot of dreams coming to fruition. Just stay dreamy, Gemini. Stay dreamy.